Hey Hero fans, this is Todd. So today I got the Super 7 Teela Masters of the Universe Classic figure in the mail, and here she is. She is a nice figure, but there are some issues I do want to talk about. One is the actual hips on mine were too far apart, so I heated up the section where the hips are to a really hot temperature and then shoved the legs up, and this actually changed the angle of the pin, which brought the hips in closer. It's a really easy fix. Use whatever method you normally use to heat your figure up. I personally use boiling hot water, but however you want to do it works fine. So there she is with her hips. You can see how they're placed now. Now, something else is the body midsection was extremely loose and she kept kind of falling over every time I tried to pose her. So I also heated up the upper portion. You can see right inside that area. And then I pulled it apart, and then I used some glue along the pin to try to basically make it so the pin area is a little thicker, a little denser. So you can see here her face doesn't look quite as good as the prototype. Let me show you a closer look at her face, and you can see you know, she has kind of the heavy eyeliner and doesn't have the eyebrows the same way as the promo figure. Yes, I'm a little disappointed, but you know, all in all, it's not that bad compared to other figures on the market. I think Super 7 is doing a good job. The interesting thing is a lot of the joints now have kind of a spot where you move them, you can feel them kind of click in and out. So you have the right knee and left knee where they click in and out. That way the figure won't fall over as easy. That's kind of cool. And the ankles, they have that new pivot, just like we saw with the PowerCon figures, where you can pivot the ankle around. What's nice about this is it makes it so the gap in between the foot and the ankle is not very wide like it was with the He-Man Filmation one. Now her shield clicks onto her wrist, and you can see here there's some rubbing where either the shield either left its paint behind or scraped off the paint. Not the greatest thing. I do suggest these figures you do give them a clear coat. The paint does seem to come off pretty easily. On all my other figures I am going to clear coat it. You can see on the shield where it hooks on, and sure enough it causes that brown to get on there, or the paint stripping off. I can't tell which it is. It looks like it might be a little of both. So she has her elbow bends, and again it has the clicking. Her shoulder bends too. This figure has some really nice articulation. I actually like that the articulation is different than the original classics we were given. On her head in the package was bent a little bit forward. I had to heat up the neck peg and kind of force it back. The nice part is the material they used is a little bit softer plastic, so it is easy to form and shape the way you want the figure to be. But on the downside, it also makes it easier for the figure to become misformed. So let's go ahead and take a look at this Teela and compare it to the Teela that was released a long time ago. Now this is my go-to Teela. I know this head does not normally belong with this Teela, but for me, Teela's always been blonde, so I kind of like using this head. And you can see the difference. The height is not really that great of a difference. It's a little bit different. You can see Teela's a little bit shorter, the new one, compared to the old one. But even still, you know, I think the Four Horsemen and Super 7 has done a great job bringing in this figure, considering it's their real first batch, first run. I'm really looking forward to see the future figures like Sorceress, and hopefully they do a great job on that figure. Anyway, you guys, that's pretty much all I have. Subscribe, share with your friends, and I will talk to you guys next time, and I'll be showing more figures from Super 7 and some fixes that I did also to make the figures a little better. Alright, thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you later. Bye now.